G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Look what I've got to play with today. It's a really cute little mold. It's similar to this one that I did a while back, but instead of having round edges, it's got these flower petal edges. And also the mold has wavy edges there on the side. So yeah, looking forward to playing with that one. These molds are a little bit bigger than this one. So yeah, gonna have a play with that. And I'm gonna see if I can actually get a 3D, I should have cleaned these, a 3D, the flower pattern out of them. I'm not exactly sure if I can, because actually I'm going to demold. I'm going to get this resin poured out just because it's going to start getting hot. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But you can see in there that the petals themselves are raised, like it's a 3D mold. So I'm going to pour some clear in here. My resin's been sitting for 1 hour already. Yeah, I'm using the Platinum Ultra Clear, this one. So it takes a long time. It's got a long working time, so it's good in that way because it doesn't set up real quick. So it's good for the flower technique. So I'm going to pour some in each of these. I'm going to pretty much bring them up to the top because I'm not going to be putting a lot of white resin in, the piping. Yeah, because they're only little, so I'm not going to have a lot going in. But my concern is, what will the white pigment paste do when it hits those raised petals? Like, is it going to distort them? Is it going to get stuck on them and not work? The petals might not bloom. I'm really not quite sure what's going to happen. But I thought, look, I'm going to give it a go anyway. How much have we got on here? I can have a little bit more. And I do need to keep 30 grams for my white. So let me just weigh out my 30 grams. Scale's looking a bit grotty. So yeah, 30 grams is going to be enough to put petals on those 4 and in on that one. And I'm only using, it's all right. I just forgot something that I was going to do. I was going to dye my resin before I poured it into the mold. I was going to dye it, but never mind. Next time. Next time. Actually, probably won't even need all that. There we go, so that's 34. Oh, I'm a bit upset now. I forgot to do it. Never mind. I will do it next time. I was all in a rush and excited to talk to you and everything and new things to show you. Got some silver, just some foil in there. That's going to be for my centers. So that can go in there. Now, let's have a look across the top. And we'll just see if we can put a little bit more in these. So I want them pretty much to the top because, like I said, I'm not putting a lot of white in here. So it shouldn't displace that resin too much, but I don't want them overflowing, obviously. This one's fuller than the others, so you can have a little bit more. I made up 300 grams, so 10 ounces is what I made. Just looking across the top of them. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't want to overflow them, obviously. That'll do. Right, now into my white. So that's just my silver leaf there. Into my white. That's 30 grams, so 1 ounce. I'm going to do 3 drops of the Cast and Craft. 1, 2, 3. I cut the nozzle off so that I can actually get stuff out of there. And then I'm going to put in 3 drops of the Pinata white alcohol ink as well. I just think it helps to make it sort of flow nicely. Like so. I am so unprepared. I haven't even got my piping bag ready. I'm going to stir this while I go over and get my bag. So unorganised. I don't know why I'm unorganised today. I just am. Just am. All right, let's stir that. And then I'll give it a quick little torch because I can see some bubbles on there. Now I was thinking about how I was going to pipe these because I kind of wanted to follow the pattern of the petals, but then I thought they're so small. If I go up and down, up and down, up and down, in the middle here, it's just going to be all blobby, isn't it? So I'm actually going to just do a couple of rings and then pull the stick through, and I think that will work nicely. Now the piping bag is too big for what I need, so I always just cut it down. So I don't need all of that. And then I just put that in there like so. Just buy these little bags on eBay. Okay. Yes, I'm disappointed. I was going to tint the resin that went in there. I was going to tint it grey. And then I forgot. Because I was all in a fluster. Because as soon as it gets to like 50 degrees, my resin, I want to start my video. So I was taking its little temperature and it got to 48 degrees, and I thought, okay, well I better start, because by the time I turn the video on and come around and say hello and all that, you know, it'll be 50 degrees. And then the time it takes me to decant and to make up my white and all that kind of stuff, yeah, it takes me a few more minutes and then we're good to go. All right, let's just torch, if I can, torch. Just gently. Alrighty. Now let's do the silver. Don't need a lot. Let's get another stick and then I can push this off. It's only a tiny little coaster. We don't need a lot of silver. We need a little bit more than that though. There we go. Yeah, so I'm a bit worried that it's not going to work because of the 3D pattern in the mold, you know, because the petals are raised. So just not sure what it's going to do. But look, unless you try it, it's not going to know. Hey, I'm hoping that this white resin will float enough and you know, not sink to the bottom and get caught in those raised petals. But I just don't know. We won't know until it's unmolded and we can have a little look and see what it's doing. Okay, I think that'll do. That will do. Don't need a lot. Actually, you can have a little bit of a bigger one because you're a little bit bigger. Yes, you are. All right, and we'll give that another little torch because I always get bubbles when I've mixed in my foil or silver, or what is it called? Silver leaf. All right, so this is feeling nice and warm. Put those over there for a minute and put that there. I think I'm going to come down and just zoom you in a little bit now that I've finished mixing and weighing and all of that. How's that? Still going? Yep, we're still taping. All right. Now let's do our little snippety snip. Snippety snip. And we are on just over 1 hour and 10 minutes since I finished mixing. All right, so what I'm going to do, so when you hold it like that, it just sort of drips slowly. And even if you hold it straight up like that, it's just dripping slowly. It's not like all running out in a big stream. If it's running out in a big stream, then it's too thin. I think I'll start with this one. And I'm going to go just to there. Okay, so that's that one done. I figured I'd do the easy one first. Right, now these ones, I think I'll start in the middle and just go 1, 2, go right up to the edge there. 3, I guess, I don't know. I was thinking, first of all, I was just going to do, you know, 3 rings. And then I thought, well, I'll just keep going. I'll just thicken that one up a little bit. Just going to make sure that they're not too thin, that's all, your lines. I try not to go too fast and, you know, stretch. Whoops, touching there. Try not to pull too hard and stretch your white. You want your lines to be nice and thick. I don't want to be touching the mold though. Okay, that's that done. Woohoo! Now, I can either pull through with that or a toothpick that I've stumped. Actually, I probably could have got a little bit closer. Oh, not really, because you don't want to be touching. So you don't want to be touching that. I'm going to do this one first. Okay, so I'm just going to basically come in. I need a bit of paper towel. I'm trying not to disrupt my silver center too much. It's already starting to bloom, so, oh, fantastic. I might do, and then like that, because these are quite small and I want these to look, you know, matching, so we'll go 3 into those. I mean, just those, each one is dividing into 3 is what I mean. You know what I mean, don't you? And this is just, it was just a little had a little like a cotton bud thingy on the end of it. Okay, I may swirl later. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, gosh. What's that? Get out. All right. Now, with these ones, let's see if I can get you down a bit closer even so that you can see. What I'm doing. Okay. Now, see how there's... I'm just going to torch again for bubbles. See how there's like each little petal like that? I want to come in between each one of those. Yep, that's what I'm going to try and do anyway. In between each of those little petals. It's going to take a while. Have I put enough? Oh, I missed one. Have I got enough white resin in here? See what I mean about having to actually try and pipe each of those? It would just be too difficult because they're only little. But look, you don't have to do this with this particular mold. I just wanted to see how it would go. I just thought, oh, it's a flower mold. I wonder how a 3D flower would look on it. And I wonder if it would actually work because of the raised petals underneath. So we shall see if it'll work or not. If it doesn't work, it's just a cute little flower mold. It is also on my eBay store. I probably could have got a little bit closer to the edge. No, again, I can't really, because even though this is further away, you've got to go by this point here. That's the closest you can get, is that inner point, isn't it? I'm just sort of lifting up towards the end so I don't disrupt my silver center too much. Okay, that's that one done. Last one. Here we go. This one's been sitting longer. Now, the longer the resin sits, the thicker it gets. So sometimes your set might not always look the same because the resin's been sitting longer in the last one you do. But I'm trying to go as quick as I can, so hopefully they'll be similar to each other. Woohoo! I did it! All right, I'm going to do a little swirl just because it looks a bit messy. I start there, a little swirl, basically just around that silver. Okay, I'm done. Let me wipe my hands. Just give them a squirt with that alcohol. Right, now I need my torch, just on low. Popping some bubbles, just giving it a bit of heat, get that, encourage the white resin to start moving a bit. Go around from the outside in. It's feeling pretty thick, it doesn't want to move a lot, but I don't want to overheat it. I don't think this one needs any, it's doing its thing. One more time around the middle. Alright. Phew! It's always hard work doing these. Yeah, so I'm disappointed I didn't put my black in, but that's okay. I'll still probably paint the edges with some silver because I've got the silver center there. Hopefully they work. Like I didn't use, oh my gosh. Oh gosh, that was close. Thank you, resin gods, for looking after me. I didn't use all of that. And I don't know whether it will all close up. This one I think had more lines, more rings in it. I'll have to look back and see how many I did. I'm hoping that the white doesn't run off the side. See, I only want it in the middle there. So it looks as if it's working. Yay! I'm so sticky. Let me just clean up real quick. And then I'll bring you down for a close-up. I just want to clean my mixing stick. You know, yeah, how I am. I want to clean my mixing stick and clean up before I take my gloves off. And then I'll bring you down for a close-up. Just give that a clean. Alright, I'll just be a sec. Sort of wipe my little mixing bowl out. Just bear with me. All I do is just give that a wipe out with the paper towel like that, you see, and then I can use that again tomorrow. There's no point me taking my gloves off until I've done all of this. And I've thrown everything away and I've tidied up. I'll take my gloves off. Okay. Nice and clean now. Everything's cleaned up. Alright, let's go down and have a little look. Why aren't we focusing? Focus. There we go. Don't you know what to focus on? Yeah, okay. I don't think it knows what to focus on. Oh, no, it's having trouble. Having a lot of trouble trying to focus today. So anyway, it's closing up. Why are you having so much trouble? Because it's just all white. It seriously doesn't know what to focus on. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's just come back right here. Come back here. Here we go. Now it's working. Why? I hope I was focused during the video. Look, it's closing in. It's closing in. See all the little petals underneath there? Actually, it might be nice to just put like a little colour around the outside, just like a little bit of alcohol ink, a bit of pink or something. But then what do you do with this one, you see? This one's a bit tricky. That one's closed up pretty much all the way. It was done first, but I also think it had more rings. This one was the last one, so I don't know if it's going to close up all the way because the resin starts to thicken up. Or maybe I just didn't make these rings. I didn't do as many rings. But either way, it's going to look really, really pretty. I don't think I've got room to put a top coat on. Because if you come down here and have a look, see, they're pretty full. There's no room. No room to put a top coat on. Pretty full. All right. So, yeah, it looks as if it's working. So all I'm going to do is wait until we can unmold them, see if they work. Can we actually see in there and see whether or not the white has got stuck to the bottom, or do you think it's working? Oh, there's a bit of dirt or something. Look at that. Get out. I'll get that in a minute. I don't know. I don't know whether it's getting stuck or not. It hasn't got stuck on the outside. It's been pulled in. So anyway, that's looking promising. All right, I'll just shut up. I've got verbal diarrhea today. I'll see you soon and we'll unmold them. Good morning, I'm back. It's really early in the morning. I'm too excited to even have my coffee, so here we go. They're set. I don't know, yeah, I don't really have enough space to put a top coat on. I'd like to. Next time, hey? It's a tiny little bit of space there, but really not enough. I could spray paint it. But anyway, this is just a little test to see if these groovy things work on the other side. So let's get to it without further ado. Lots of little petals to unmold. Oh, look at them. Wow, look at that. Oh, so pretty. It's a very delicate little mold, this one. But I really like it. I'm going to try it with different things as well. I'll show you a close-up of the mold, actually. Now, see how these... What can I point with? These pieces are here are raised. I don't know if you can see it. So that's higher there than it is down there. So the next time I do these, I'm going to pour like a base coat in here first and then pour a top coat on. So when you turn it over, you'll be able to see like two different heights. I think that would be really pretty too. What do you think? Yeah, I'm going to have a go at that too. But let's have a look at the flower. Look how, oh, look at that. I love it. Now, I wonder if it's worked because of these. Without further ado, 1, 2, 3. Did it work? Let me look closer. It worked. It worked. It's just a little bit harder to see because it's got this other texture on the top. But it worked. Look at that. So you can see that other texture now, can't you? Oh, wow. It's so pretty. You can't see it as clearly. How's that? Can't see the blooms as clearly because it's got that 3D texture to it. But that is so pretty. Love it. So if you poured, like I said, the other layer first, these little petals here would have a different colour in them. So how pretty would that be? Something to do next time. All right, let's get them all out, and then I want to paint the edges with silver. I don't think I'm going to go like all the way in there. I'm just going to do a little bit on the top. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. Right, I think they're all going to be very similar. Let's get them all out. How did my silver look? I didn't even look at the silver. I was too busy looking at the petals to look at my silver center. Unmold nice and easily. Alright, there's the other one. So you could use these either way. They're both pretty, both sides are pretty. The silver looks nice, it stayed in the center. Look at that. I don't know that it's actually made any difference. You know how I pulled the stick in between each little petal? I don't think it's made any difference. It just looks like petals. Next time I'll just draw petals on it. But I wanted to see what would happen. This one. I hope I can get this guy up. They're a little bit more difficult to get out, aren't they? I've only done these sorts of things twice before. One I did with my dragon scales, and the other one I did with the 3D flower. So I've only used these molds twice, but this is a new mold this time. This one's a bit bigger than the other ones. Look at the swirl. You know how I did that swirl on the inside? Look at that. It's turned out really well. Looks very 3D, doesn't it? Very pretty. I just wish I'd done my black alcohol ink. Oh, I was too excited. I forgot. I'll just have to do it again, won't I? It's such a quick and easy little thing to do with this mold, so I'll do it again. For sure. This was the last one I did, so the one I thought maybe didn't close up as much because my resin was sort of starting to thicken a bit. I don't know if it's... Oh, you can see the swirl more in that one. I love them. It's so pretty. Right, let's get on to this big boy. Not that he's that big, but let's get on to him. Move these out of the way. Okay, here we go. I can see a few bubbles in there. Not many, but there are a few. They're always more noticeable when you've got clear, hey? So I think that probably the best thing to do, actually, maybe just, I'm going to put this down for a minute. I think probably the best thing to do is peel halfway, all the way down halfway, like so. I'm not sure. I'm not very good at this, on how you're supposed to do these. You just have to pull. Oh, there we go. Look, we've got one side done. Look, it's a little wave. And there's the other side. Oh, that's easy enough. Yeah. Oh, and there's a wave on this side too. This side hasn't got the wave. This side has. All right, let's get that out now. me just put this back to work together real quick. In you go. Oh, there we go. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's look at this bad boy. Oh, well, my resin's not totally set up this morning. Normally it is. Look at that. How pretty does that look? There you go, now you can see it better with the black. Wow, look how pretty that is. Wow. It's the back, how it was poured. I love these little scalloped edges. It's just something a bit different, isn't it? And this one's really pretty as well. Just with the straight edges. Just a little bit different. I just went back and read my notes because I was wondering why it was still a little bit bendy. And I used the Platinum Ultra Clear, didn't I? Yes, I didn't use the 360. That's why it's still got a little bit of bend in it. Yeah, because I was forgetting. Normally, I've been using the 360 Plus lately. And it sets up really hard. You know, 8 hours you can unmold. Oh, this is exciting. Let's see if they all fit in first before I go painting them. Yeah? I want to paint the edges just around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. They're in. They're in. I reckon we can get another couple in there. And they're easy to take out because of these lower areas here. You can just, you know, pick them up like that to get them out. How pretty does that look? I like the scalloped edge here. I just thought it matched really nicely with the scalloped edge there. All right, let's get these babies out. Because I want to paint them. Don't put them in too soon because it's not totally set up yet. You know, they might stick. So, be careful. All right. Now, where will I start? Let's start at the very beginning. Now, I'm only going to just do a little bit and then I'll fast forward. I'm going to use the Deco Color Premium in the silver. And then I've got a little cup that I'm just going to leave upside down to sit it on so it can dry. All right, here we go. So it's a little bit tricky now getting into all those little nooks and crannies, so I'm not going to even try to get into all of them. And if you had a little bit more patience and a bit more time than me, then you could possibly do that. Actually, you know what? For the sake of this video, and we're only going to see the top for now, I'm just going to go around the tops. You don't really see it in the video here, just because it's so shiny in here this morning. I'm getting a lot of glare anyway, so you probably won't be able to see. Actually, let's just do it. Let's do one. Do one of the edges, and then the little top as well. Oh. I'll put it here across the black, hey, then you can see better. Always have trouble with the focusing because I'm not looking through my screen, I'm looking just down past it, so I can actually see what I'm doing. So you could do this, you know, obviously if you had a gold center, you'd do gold. If you had a rose gold or copper center, then you could use your copper pen because they come in lots of different colors. I've got silver, gold and copper. I don't know if there's any other colours available, but I've got silver, gold and copper. I think those are the ones that you tend to use mainly, wouldn't you? And of course you don't have to paint the edges. And you don't have to do 3D blooms, you can do whatever you like. Because the edges are so pretty because they've got that little petal look. You don't need to do anything on them. I think if it was a darker, I can't even see what I've done now. If it was a darker coaster, then when you put your silver edge on, just on the top here, it would really stand out. It's going to go along the top like that. Oh, I've done those, done those, done those. I can see I've done those. I'm up to this one. But you might just like to leave them just in clear. It's still really pretty. Delicate, isn't it? So that's one almost done. And I'm going to do the top. I'm going to do the top of this. I'm not going to do like the side, but I'm going to do the top, same as I did with that little gold one that I showed you a minute ago. We're back to the beginning. I think we're back to the beginning. You can't really tell. Can you tell? A little bit, not a lot. My gold, well, my silver pen has got quite a thick chunky nib. For me to get into those little areas there, I'd need one that's got a thin nib. I don't actually have one, so I might have to invest in one that's got a thinner nib. Right, so that is just going to sit up there now, like so. Like so. And let's do this one real quick. I love that. It's so pretty. It's a little bit bigger than this one. You can see the size difference. That that one actually goes inside that one. So a little bit bigger. I was planning on selling these in a set, like 4 of those and 1 of these, but maybe because these are a bigger size, maybe I wonder if you could put other coasters in them. Let me have a little look. I made these ones from my 6 round coaster. So, you know, you can see the difference. Now let's see if these fit. Yes! Yay, they fit! Okay. So maybe I should sell this separately in case anybody wants to buy one to put their round coasters in. Have a think about it. So I was planning on just selling them as a set. Might sell them, I reckon, do you reckon you could get 6 in there? I'll see, I'll work it out. Anyway, just thinking aloud. Here we go. Push my pen down. Now again, you don't have to paint your sides top edge at all. I just wanted to. So it could just match that silver center there. But like I said, you don't have to. Totally up to you what you want to do. May need 2 coats actually with this pen. We'll see how it dries. Whee, down there, it's like going down a roller coaster. Down there. Try to do it nicely and neatly. Hope you can still see, because I'm not looking through my screen. Tell me if you can't see, okay? It's Sunday today. I'm going to spend the day in my studio. A few things I want to do. Oh, I got, oops, made a mistake. Made a mistake. Wipe it off straight away if you make a mistake. I got one of those snake silicone molds with, you know, the 3D scales, and I want to use my chameleon powder on that, so that will be coming up soon. I feel like doing that one today. Probably be a couple of days before you see it though, because you got to do it and then you got to let it set. I'll probably throw in an acrylic pour in the meantime. For those people that only follow me for acrylic pouring, I'm going to push on that pen to get the colour to come out a little bit more. Nearly done, guys, nearly done. You can fast forward through to the end though, can't you? Let's see what it looks like at the end. I like this Deco colour, the brand. You get really good coverage. I've tried the other pens and it doesn't cover as well. Just doesn't it? It's more streaky. But this one is really pretty. Oh, look at that right now. I've got one more little roller coaster dip here to do. I really like this little holder. Can you guys let me know, because I'm going to make my listing today, if you would like to buy maybe just the holder and I'll list it separately, or will I just list them as a set? And also, would you like a set of 4 or a set of 6 in the little flowers? I'll have to measure them and see if I can actually get 6 in there, but I'm pretty sure you could. Okay, there we go. It's done! Look at that! It's pretty bubble free, isn't it? It's really good. Love it. What do you think? Looks pretty together, hey? Alright, so that's that. I'm just going to measure them. Hang on one sec. Now this on the inside is just over 4.2 millimeters. And what are these? Six. 6 millimeters. Okay, so these are 6 millimeters. If I did 6 of them, 6 sixes are 36. So 36 mils. This one is 42 mil. So it would fit. 6 of them would actually fit in there. So I think probably I might sell them as a set of 6, just because you can get 6 in there. And you don't have to use 6. So yep, I'll do that. So have a little look in my eBay store. I'll put them up soon. If they're not there already, they'll be there soon. Yeah, they're a lot of fun to do. And I'll paint them all. I don't know if I'll paint them all. I just want this one as a little test. But I'll take a photo of it anyway and put it up so you can have a look. Alright, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Hope you liked this little video. It's probably a long one, so sorry about that. Look at the texture on top. So many ideas of what I want to do with these. Love them. Alright, thanks for watching. Gotta go and have my coffee. I haven't had my coffee yet. Alright, I'll see you real soon for the next video. Love you all. Bye for now.